Thank God it's Friday. Well, what you're just about to watch, it may confuse you a little bit because I looked a little younger. Yes, because I'm just about to share Thank God it's Friday 2024. This is a series that every Friday shows you the activities here at Salento with Love, or probably the run around that I take place in my life on a weekly basis with many beautiful things happening. But this is 2024, remember. So whenever you are leaving a comment, remember that we are back in 2024. If you'd like to subscribe to the 2025, well then do that by subscribing to the Thank God it's Friday 2025. And also, when you're visiting Puglia, come stop here by the office and one of these fabulous books will be waiting for you together with a lot of other things. So enjoy Thank God. Good morning, and thank God it's Friday, but it's only Monday, and I've literally just finished my, I think it's third lesson at Gallipoli Scuola di Vela. I'm still studying to get my skipper license for unlimited mileage. I tell you what, hard work today, working out longitudes and how you work a route in the middle of the sea, and I mean, it's complex, but at the same time it's an amazing process. I love learning, so I hope that maybe in the future I'll be able to share some of these elements. And I know that some of you probably are master skippers anyway and captains, so we may have a few things in common. Anyway, let's start a week. Time to go on site. You know, Italy almost comes to a standstill this week, but I still have so much to do. I must say, yesterday you didn't get too much of an update after I finished at my school, my class. I did so many things, but I didn't turn my GoPro on. But now, today, things are progressing here. So this phase is also important, which is plastering and covering all those bits of broken areas, including the door that is closed and over there as well. So this is the first part, and then you will put the mesh. You probably have seen it in previous videos, and then it will be plastered over. E invece su questa parete noi partiamo da qui con le piastrelle e giriamo tutto intorno fino a 1,20 m per arrivare ad un'altezza di almeno, direi, 2 metri. Visto che non c'è il soffione, però ci sarà l'asta della doccia, okay, ci assicuriamo almeno che la piastrella superi l'asta della doccia.
Sono 25. Sì, 25. 25, 54, 1 metro, 8, sono 2 metri. Poi arriviamo.
So now we're at Palazzo Angelini. Well, you've gathered that. And this week, more or less everyone is on holiday, but I have one person here who's just patiently working every day, 8 hours. And really what they're doing at the moment, a lot of the elements were not decided at the time that the plaster was done, where exactly certain elements were going to be in terms of electrics or plumbing. So that was done after the original plastering was then finished, meaning that you now have a bit of rough areas. If the client in this particular case decides not to tile this wall, but to paint them or to use a wallpaper, well, actually even the wallpaper needs to have a nice smooth finish behind, then everything will be absolutely perfect. Now this is a wet area because this is the shower, and so surely some tiles are going to go on top of this, so it's better not to do the fine plaster, because otherwise you need to hack it to have a grip for the tile. So here we're just leaving it flat, straight, but not smooth, that it can be painted. So this is going to be tiled, but everything else is actually going to be finished. You may think, where is everyone? Well, 12:30, I think it's past the time, but also it's 37 degrees, nice and warm. That's the temperatures that you should have this time of the year, so you should be at the beach. But I'm here in Martignano because I'm going to do a walk through the house at a beautiful property that is for sale with Salento with Love Real Estate website. So if you haven't checked the website yet, or if you don't follow it on Instagram, check it out, Salento with Love Real Estate. unveil.com with some amazing properties that are available for sale. So I'm going to do a walk through the house. But while I'm here, I love this town. I often come over here. Also, Martignano, it's one of the smallest, if not the smallest towns of the Grecia Salentina. The Grecia Salentina is made up of 9 little towns, and this happens to be one of those towns, Martignano, where the old people, the 80s and above, they're still speaking in Greco, which is an ancient dialect that it's very clear that the origins of this town goes back to the Byzantine period. So while I'm here, I thought I'd take a picture of that grill that is over the well, because at Mississippi we love, remember we found a well, and I'm just getting a little grill to be built. So I love that medieval look, but absolutely amazing when you step inside these buildings and you see the changes that have happened for over 2,000 years. Maybe some dungeons down there, and then these beautiful squares. Yeah, only 1,500 people make the population of Martignano, but the location to the sea, it's strategic because you're only about 20 kilometers from Ludovica. Just turned up punctually late. No, actually, yeah, she's on time, 12:30. So if you're watching this, thank God it's Friday, and you are considering a property in Puglia, I would say that over the years a lot of people have gone for bigger towns like Nardò, Galatina, Lecce and so on, because bigger populations means bigger amenities. But that's not to say that smaller towns like, for example, Martignano with 1,500 people will give you an incredible amount of beautiful things. All these little towns, sometimes I get asked, what about amenities? Well, all the towns, these are not touristy towns. These are towns where people live. You don't see anybody because right now it's 38 degrees and it wouldn't be very healthy for people to be outside. But still, there is a population, there is a pharmacy, there is supermarkets, bars, restaurants, and an incredible amount of charm. And I've just arrived at the property number 74 that I will be sharing with you on my channel with a walk through the house.
Qua è stata chiusa, ma c'è un passaggio per entrare dentro casa, perché c'è una porta che poi di là si vede meglio.
Direttamente ad un'altra camera.
Vabbè, questa è casa nostra, okay. Che poi sono 2 vani. Qua con l'uscita di camino abbiamo fatto noi.
Sì,
è stato scritto salve perché una volta si entrava da qua.
Era la sala.
E da qui poi c'era l'acqua,
sì.
Questo era l'ingresso principale.
Vedi ancora segni.
C'è la porta.
Esatto, questo, da qui si poteva andare.
Questo era l'ingresso principale che poi svistavi.
E diciamo, se uno la dovesse comprare per uso personale, io consiglierei vivamente di riaprire. E l'altro dove facciamo ospitalità.
Questo è l'altro, no?
Sì, queste due
che usate.
Sì. Tanto voglio dire.
Questo pure totalmente indipendente.
Sì, col suo bagnetto e tutto.
So we were just talking about the GoPro that is going a little bit strange, but anyway, I turned it off and back on. But I was saying, we're an amazing property on the ground floor, beautifully redone. All the outside has been refurbished. And more than anything else, we're a wonderful couple, I must say. Both of them, 2 creative minds. And she's also a really interesting artist, apart from being a photographer, and is a video producer. So lovely people. I was fascinated sometimes by the type of people that I meet. But it goes from the white starting over there all the way around to that green post at the back there. Ludovica, what do you think of the house?
I love it. Really love it. Wow.
It's a very rare find. So anyway, you'll see this on the channel as a video as I walk through the house for the real estate. Right, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next because everybody wants to be on holiday and it's 2:30 in the afternoon, so I may stop, say hi to my mum, because there's no way I'm going to get in the car and drive tomorrow because the whole world will be driving tomorrow. So I'm just going to go and see my mum and then go home. I just arrived at my beautiful building, just see what's happening, and then tomorrow they're off, and day after as well, and back on Monday. The survivors of Ferragosto, the Ferragosto survivors. So just Anna entered in the office. Sarah is off on holiday already for a few days. Milena is not here. Giacomo, Raphael is on the road. So yeah, and my office looking like a warehouse with all these deliveries that we get. So once the cleaning happens by the end of this week, beginning of the next, then we can start mounting all the furniture together. Did I tell you that's a service that we do offer as well? So we can not just purchase everything for you, but also we can actually assemble it and put it all together for you. Thus we have a full-time maintenance person just doing that. Right, let's go and get a cold drink.
Ci te cuore non te tiene, te vuole mai bene.
No, quando te consiglia non
Consiglia di cuore, te vuole bene una. Quando non ti consiglia di cuore, non ti vuole bene. È così. Ma quando una ti vuole bene, ti consiglia bene. Se non ti vuole bene, ti consiglia però a modi suoi.
Thank God it's Friday, although really this week has been a fantastic and easy week. I'm just about to get on my motorbike and ride to Gallipoli to do one of my lessons. But yesterday, what a beautiful day. Here in Italy, Ferragosto is one of those amazing things really, because it happens right in the middle of August, where a lot of people already have slowed down because of the summer season and everything else. But nevertheless, Italy comes to a standstill and all the families get together. It's a little bit like Easter Monday, but different because the weather, it's nice, so everybody's by the water. If you're up on the mountains, everybody's out doing picnics and meeting with the families. So it was beautiful yesterday. We did a Panzerotti night with the whole family and preparing the food and cooking, so it's quite beautiful. Today, what's for me? Well, we're still on a kind of a break holiday, so today we're just going to do my course and then meeting up with some wonderful people. Salve Salento, if you know Salve Salento, they're coming over. We're going to do a barbecue. We got the water just a few steps away here, as you can see, at the bottom of the road. So we're just going to be spending time by the water, come up to the house, have some food, some meat, some pasta. So wonderful way of spending the summer. Thank God it's Friday. I don't know how much you got out of my week, but nice and personal, family, nice little break. Today was beautiful. Jen and Dan were here with Nicolas visiting, you know, Salve Salento. If you don't follow Salve Salento, you should. Nice channel that Jennifer has put together. So it was just beautiful, just by the water here. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why I love this area so much. It's still very undiscovered. Yes, it's busy for a few weeks of the year. So many people like myself, immigrants that immigrated to Switzerland, Germany, like my parents, and children, grandchildren, and themselves coming and visit this time of the year. So that brings the numbers up, but still a very local type of tourism in an amazing setting. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank God it's Friday. Next week we'll have a little bit more of activities, but just still remember that Italy, the whole of next week, still a little bit on the slow. So perhaps we'll take that opportunity to talk about other things and some brainstorming as well, in line to I would say the second half of the year, although more than half it's gone. So anyway, thank you very much for following the channel and the Thank God It's Friday this week, and I will see you next week. Until then, have a good weekend and stay safe wherever you are. I was that. Yeah, I looked younger. Different hairstyle as well. Subscribe to 2025 and I'll see you every week on a Friday. Stay safe wherever you are.